Mi hermano, the one and only, the host of the most, Mr. David Diamanté, and as I say, on set.
On set, baby, here in Jeddah, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, heavyweight championship of the world, big undercard. Man, it's just great. All kinds of great stuff happening.
So, David, you've had a turbulent 12 months. I'll tread lightly. You're everywhere every week. You're a globetrotter. But what does it feel like to be here for the heavyweight championship?
Well, it's amazing. Listen, this is my fourth time in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I did the very first fight ever here.
Yes.
So I'm not a stranger to this country.
Yes.
The people are extremely hospitable. There's a ton of stuff to see. Jeddah is a great city. There's great food.
Yes.
Great cigar lounge, too. Just found a new great cigar lounge. There's a lot of great stuff here. So it's really great. And this fight is an historic fight. So, I mean, as a boxing fan, as a fight fan, I'm over the moon.
I'm not going to ask you which and what way it goes because we know that's to be seen. But is it fair to say the fight's going to be more rock'em sock'em this time?
No, I think it could be. But again, the famous Larry Merchant said, boxing is the theater of the unexpected. We don't know. And this fight could go in many different ways. You know, what we do know is that we think AJ is going to come out strong, more aggressive, okay? We do think that USYK is going to be ready for that because he's going to think that he's going to do that. Yeah. But we could also see AJ fight long. Yeah. You know, I was just saying to another guy, when you buy property, they say that the three top rules to buying property: location, location, location. And in boxing, location is very important also. In the first fight, AJ really found himself fighting in that mid-range. And for each shot that he landed, he got countered by 2, 3, 4 of USYK's, and it was a problem for him. This fight, he could take it, he could fight long because he's got the reach, he's got the strength. If he can do that, USYK's going to have a very hard time. Or he could fight inside, use his power, lean on him, try to tire USYK out, things like that, which is going to be a very tough task because USYK does not tire easily. In fact, USYK actually gets stronger as the fight goes on. It's one of the things that makes him so great, not just his great boxing mind, but we've seen USYK get hit. USYK he's not infallible. He can get hit. And in the first fight, he got hit. He was all super cut up after the first fight. So it wasn't a complete blowout. He handily won the fight, but it wasn't a complete blowout.
Correct.
So if AJ comes out super strong, he might gas. And if he can't land that big shot, he could get frustrated, he could gas. USYK could get the stoppage if that happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the best plan. He needs to make sure to conserve his energy, and I think he either needs to fight in close or at range, not in mid-range, and we'll see what happens. But USYK, I can guarantee you, that man is a winner. He's got a massive pedigree, 350-something amateur fights, Olympic gold medalist. He cleaned out the cruiserweight division in everyone's backyard. I called these fights.
Yeah.
The Breeders fight in Latvia, the Garcia fight in Moscow. I called these fights. I was there. I watched him. The man does not get shook. He's not scared. He's ready for this. He knows what it is. This is another day at the office, and more than that, he's carrying a whole country because of the whole situation going on in the Ukraine. So he's really in there to do the business. But the one thing I really loved, because I think focus is one of the major keys to this sport. Both guys are extremely talented. Both guys are very strong. USYK seems to have this great focus. But in the stare down we just saw here at the weigh-in, AJ looked very focused, and I really liked his look.
He looks about his business.
He looked about his business, and he needs to carry that mindset into the ring tomorrow night. Know who he is, have his game plan A, have his game plan B, possibly a C if Robert Garcia and him have something up their sleeve. But I think he needs to either fight long or fight inside, and he needs to put the gloves on him.
Well, just to add to what you said there, the new factor in this fight is the Robert Garcia factor. And unlike Rob McCracken, no slight on Rob McCracken, but there was a lot of critiquing of his kind of laissez-faire instructions between rounds in the first fight. There will be none of that from Garcia. It will be crystal clear if he's happy or not with Josh's performance each round. So I think that's an improvement.
Well, this is what I think about the whole trainer situation. First of all, you never know because we're not on the inside of the camp, right?
Sure.
And I don't know what Robert's going to say in the corner.
Sure.
I've known Robert and his family for years. I think very, very highly of them. But, the time between the last fight and this fight, you're not going to create a new fighter.
No.
I think the main thing that changes with a trainer like that is attitude and confidence. A guy giving you the confidence. AJ needs to know that he's the man in there. He must believe that if he's going to believe it. You know, USYK believes it. Okay. AJ needs to believe it, and I think having a trainer like Garcia is a great motivator. I'm sure he's taught him a couple, 1, 2, a few different things here and there, but you're not going to make a whole new fighter in that short time.
No.
But you can motivate him, and I think it'll help to have one voice, one solid voice in the corner.
Definitely.
And that's really it. AJ. He needs to already know what he's going to do by this time. To me, the fight is won very far away from these bright lights that are going to happen here at the King Abdullah Sports City in Jeddah. That fight hopefully was won or lost months ago in the training and in the sparring. So we'll see what those fruits bear in the squared circle on Saturday night.
David, it's a pleasure.
My man.
I'm going to have to get a Diamanté cigar.
Absolutely.
And good luck tomorrow night, brother.
All right, I really appreciate you, man. We'll see you guys soon.